Hi guys, and welcome to Carol's Universe, tarot readings from the heart. So, I thought to myself, after I got over doing the generals for June, obviously you guys, everyone's got their life spread coming up, so all 12 signs of the zodiac. I'm working on that at the moment, in between doing my personal readings and stuff. But, it suddenly occurred to me that, a lot of the readings that I have coming to me are about love, and usually they're about either new relationships or relationships. Mainly, a lot of the readings I get are about, exes. So, how's this person feeling about me at the moment? Or, why did this end? Or, does this person feel anything for me? And it suddenly dawned on me that there are a lot of people out there who are really going through a tough time in terms of love because they've been hurt. And it started me thinking about a situation that I'd gone through around a particular person who I fell for. I don't know why, I don't know what it was. I really felt in a way that he was my soulmate, and I don't know why that was, but I did feel that very, very strongly within me. We didn't end up getting together, but I always believe that sometimes you find a soulmate, and when it doesn't work out, or what it is that you were hoping would happen between you and that person doesn't happen, for whatever reason, it can really leave you emotionally scarred. How do we get over heartbreak? This is for all 12 signs of the zodiac. This is for everyone who's been heartbroken. This is for everyone who's still trying to work out why. This is for everyone who, I'm at a point now where I can look logically. I'm now a King of Cups. I'm quite level-headed about the situation. I'm completely accepting of the fact that I'll never see this person again, and I'm completely accepting of the fact that he probably just wasn't right for me, and maybe he just came along at a time where I needed to move on in a certain direction in my life and sort out a few things with myself, and maybe he was the reason that kind of propelled me, and he was the reason that propelled me into this journey that I'm now on of self-discovery. But for other people, they never really gain closure, or they never really, are able to move on. So today what I wanted to do, guys, is really kind of show you just a small part of the tarot in terms of how it can help you to overcome, or how it can help you to kind of start the journey of overcoming heartbreak. And, I'm assuming that most of the people who are here now watching this video, you'll have been heartbroken. You might still, probably more than likely, be going through it. You might be with new people, but you might not be connecting with those new people, and you might be thinking of somebody from the past. Somebody might have left you. You might have decided to leave them. It might be that it was a shared thing, that you both said, you know what, it was a mutual thing, a mutual decision. We're not right together at the moment. But what I would really like to do is just to shuffle a few cards. I'm going to ask a few questions and see what the cards are coming out with. I'm using the Rider-Waite because out of all of my cards, I feel that this is probably the most accurate, along with the Witch's Tarot. Those two decks I use the most because I find them to be just the most, they seem to give me the answers that I need whenever I'm asking a question. So Universe Spirit, I'm doing a reading today. Well, it's not so much a reading, we're just going to pull some random cards really. And the star just started to flip out, which often when you get this card and you're asking a question about love, for example, will I overcome this, and the star flips out, it usually says, yes, you're on the right track. Have hope, have faith, because you're being guided by the universe to your correct destination. So Universe Spirit, I want you to just show me one card to explain how the majority of people that are watching this video feel today about a relationship, about something that might have ended, about a past partner, about how they feel about a past partner, about how they're feeling within themselves. I'm just connecting with everybody on this video. How are people feeling today? How are people feeling today? How's everyone feeling? Ten of Swords. You may have come to the channel, you might be in a perfectly happy relationship, but it's just a video that you want to watch. But I bet you a lot of people that are coming here today are really feeling quite down. A lot of you guys might be feeling betrayed, because the Ten of Swords is a card about betrayal. It's the card of being stabbed in the back. It's the card of being really hurt, really wounded. And it's also the card, when you get this card show up in a reading, especially a love reading, and it comes up in the present situation, for me, it means that the person is still being affected by the situation. So they're still feeling very wounded, very hurt. The energy of the past, the energy of the relationship in the past is still very fresh. And because the swords are about the mind and they're about the thoughts, it would suggest, to me at least, that the wounds are still very much on the mind. Even though they're in the back, they're also in the guy's head. So the hurt is still very much going on up here. This guy is dead. Ten of Swords comes up when the worst thing could possibly happen to you in a relationship, where somebody has betrayed you, hurt you, lied to you. So I asked the universe how a lot of you are feeling that are watching this video. And right off the bat, the universe has responded, the Ten of Swords. So yes, some of you guys might still be feeling quite hurt. You might still be feeling quite betrayed. You might still be feeling quite even angry, okay? But this is the card that signifies the Lord of Sorrow. It's where you're feeling absolute sadness over a situation. Why are most people, or why are a lot of people that are viewing this video feeling the Ten of Swords? I'm honing in now. Help me with this reading, please. Why are a lot of people feeling the Ten of Swords, universe? Why are a lot of people feeling the Ten of Swords? Why are a lot of people feeling the Ten of Swords? Why are a lot of people feeling the Ten of Swords? Show me. Well, it says because of the Star. Now, the Star card isn't just about hope. It could be with the Ten of Swords. Some of you guys, the worst is over, because that's the optimistic side of the card. And so for some of you guys, it might be, well, I've gone through a really difficult, dark stage, and this is the stage that I'm at actually, where the worst is over with the Ten of Swords, but the Star card says, I'm now heading in the right direction. So now, with the Star card, what I'm finding is that there's a lot of positivity. I'm looking to a brighter future now. I'm getting over the past and I'm moving forward. For some of you guys, however, that Ten of Swords will mean that you still feel betrayed, because the Star card can also mean that you're far away from the person that you love or you care about. So it means a couple of things. Remember, with the tarot, guys, that it's not straightforward. There's no way that the tarot could ever be straightforward. In a general reading, you know, from anyone that watches my readings consistently, that has had any kind of benefit from them, they know that I never just keep to the traditional meaning of a card. Never. Because it would be fatal to do something like that, because it just wouldn't match. You have to read the cards how the story is telling you. Now, the Star does mean positivity. It does mean good things. It does mean that healing is occurring. So with the Ten of Swords, the worst could be over for some of you. The worst is certainly over for me. And I'm starting to heal with the Star. I'm starting to feel a little bit more optimistic and more positive. However, for some of you guys, you might be feeling the Ten of Swords because you might still be feeling betrayed. And the Star card will say, because I feel vulnerable, because it's a naked lady. You could also be feeling betrayed with the Ten of Swords because there was another naked lady involved. You might recognise this individual. You could also be feeling the Star card because you're far away. The person that you want is out of reach. They're no longer available to you, because the Star is the furthest, I don't know what you call the star, planet, star, it's the furthest star, I think the sun's a star, isn't it, in the sky. No matter how far you try to travel into space, you'd never reach a star. So for some of you guys, it could be because somebody is out of reach. The Star card can also mean feeling lots of tears, because there are two jugs of water being poured into a never-ending river or never-ending pool of water. So some of you guys might be feeling really down with the Ten of Swords, because the Star card can mean that you are uncontrollably crying about someone. And for some of you guys, you might be feeling the worst is over, because the Star card has provided the clarity that you seek. How will my viewers that are watching this reading get over heartbreak? How will they get over their 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 heartbreak? Now, something just flipped out there. The King of Cups came up. It means being emotionally responsible, emotionally mature. So it means a certain level-headedness. And really what this is saying is, I've asked the universe, well, how will most of you guys start to get over heartbreak if you're still experiencing it? So if you're at the stage where the Ten of Swords is that you are over the worst and you're starting to heal with the Star, then the King of Cups means you've reached a certain level of emotional understanding within the situation. Therefore, you're able to kind of not let your feelings overwhelm you, but you've learned to master them and deal with the limitations of the situation, and therefore you're dealing with your emotions very, very well. If the Ten of Swords, guys, means that you're still feeling great sadness, maybe betrayal, because the Star card is that maybe somebody's far away from you, you can't reach them, you can't speak to them. Maybe the Star card means that you're feeling overwhelmed with tears. Then the King of Cups says, well, you'll get to a point where you start to master those emotions. When you stop crying over that particular person. When you stop hurting over that particular person. When you stop feeling overwhelmed by a sense of sadness by a particular person. Because that's what the King of Cups is. The Queen goes inward to understand. But the King understands and puts his understandings into action. That's what kings do. They are action takers, they're warriors. They actually are the ones that make the movement. This King of Cups, as I've always said, sits on a rocky sea. And he masters that sea. The sea is his emotions, so he masters his emotions. He doesn't scream and wail because he's afraid that the sea is going to topple him off his throne. He sits there and he says, I'm not going anywhere. I've got this. I'm okay with this now. So when you become the King of Cups, guys, you have mastered your emotions. Okay? King of Cups, King of Swords, both are good with me when it comes to how you overcome heartbreak. Because King of Swords means you've managed to master your thinking. Because obviously when we are upset, when we're crying about a relationship, when we're that's ended, or somebody that you liked or felt a great affinity with, or you felt a great love for or a great feeling for, and they're no longer around, when you're feeling that, often your mind can run away with you. So you can't stop thinking about that person, and that's what starts the tears. You might start thinking about how they looked to you, how you felt when you were around them, the very image of them, what you did together if you were in a relationship with that person. And all of those thoughts and feelings just build up to create a waterfall of tears. But when you're the King of Cups or the King of Swords, logically you're able to put things into order, or even the Emperor. You're able to put your house into order because you're being more logical than emotional. And the King of Cups, in terms of how to get over heartbreak, is kind of like the King of Swords, because he's no longer, the Five of Cups guy. He's no longer looking at the loss, but he's looking now at the gain, what he can gain within himself. He understands, he's come to a point where he understands now much more about the past, much more about the situation that didn't work out. And he says, you know what, actually, it didn't work out, but maybe there were good reasons for that. And maybe now I've mastered my emotions and I'm looking at things in a far more logical, level-headed, rational way. Now I can start rebuilding. So it's always good to be a King of Cups when you're overcoming heartbreak, because it means sometimes the King of Cups can be somebody who suppresses things, yes, but we're asking how you overcome heartbreak, properly. I don't mean trying to abandon what you feel, I mean working with it, working with your feelings, and then looking at things in a different way so that you don't start getting involved in all of the sadness that you were in when you first split up or when you first departed from that person. But now it's a case of, okay, yes, I might still feel a little bit upset about this, but I'm managing to kind of cope with it and deal with the fact that this did not happen, or that this ended, or that this person left me, or that I had to leave them, or that we mutually just decided it wasn't going to work. Once my viewers overcome this heartache, where will it lead them? Once the viewers overcome this heartache, where will it lead them? Once my viewers overcome this heartache, where will it lead them? Once my viewers overcome this heartache, where will it lead them? Once my viewers overcome this heartache, where will it lead them? Show me. Justice. The tarot never lies. I love the tarot. I just absolutely love it. I do. I'm absolutely 100% dedicated to this craft. I'm dedicated to helping you guys. I'm dedicated just to doing this. I really am, because I believe that I'm good at it, and I believe that I love it so much that it loves me back. And I'm a true believer that, you know, there are a lot of people out there, rationalist people, who say, you know, tarot's a load of bollocks, you know, it's not based in science, there's nothing provable about it. Well, you only have to ask a lot of the people that have had readings with me whether I've been able to explain a situation of theirs or not. And they've said yes. A lot of people come back and say, this happened exactly, or you put me on the right track. Justice means the culmination of all forces. So it means what you put in is what you get out. Now, justice, a lot of people would say, is a standalone card. Forget about this for a moment. Is getting what you deserve, getting good rewards. Well, no, it's not. It's about getting what you deserve. So it's what you've put into something is definitely what you're going to be getting out of it. Okay? So if you are in a relationship and you're mean to your partner, and your partner leaves you because you're mean to them and you're cruel and you're verbally abusive, or if you're physically abusive and your partner decides to leave you for those reasons, that's your justice, that's your karma. Because justice is based on the law of compensation. It's one of the 11 laws of the universe, which says that what you put in is what you get out. What you sow is what you reap. So what you have sown through all of this journey, guys, you reap with justice. Because justice means that you then achieve balance. The rewards are that you start to feel better about yourself. You start to kind of even things out. You start to work with yourself as a powerful, confident human being. You just start to feel far more even-keeled. Because when you are mourning someone, when you're upset about someone, when you can't get over someone, you're not in balance. You're not in alignment with who you are. You're all over the place. Because your power is more with them than it is with yourself. And what I'm saying here with justice, guys, is that justice means that you take back the power. So, I'm going to be wrapping up this video in a minute. I know it's been short, but, you know, I just really felt that I wanted to reach out to a whole heap of people. It doesn't matter if only one person watches this video. It doesn't matter if 20,000 people watch this video. What I want to do is help people. That's what Carol's Universe is here to do. It's as simple as that, okay? Whether you have a personal reading or you just come for the general readings, that's the whole point of the channel. I have been through so much pain and grief in my life. So much. It's unbelievable. Sometimes I felt like I couldn't go on. Like I just wanted the whole earth to swallow me up, because I have had real injustice at a lot of people's hands. I've had a lot of unkindness from people, but I've also had a lot of love as well at the same time. But I realise that the only person who can give me love is me. And that's why I've attracted so many negative energies a lot of the time in my life. Because I wasn't loving me. I've never depended on anybody's opinion for anything. I've never wanted anybody's approval for anything. As in, I've never wanted people to say, oh, isn't she amazing, or isn't she this? Yes, for my work, for Carol's Universe, because it's my bread and butter. But also, I want it to have a reputation for helping people. That's what I want it to do. That's the whole point of the channel. Seriously. I went through a terrible situation in 2014, and it got me to pick up a pack of tarots to start learning it, because telephone tarot readers weren't giving me what I needed. They were just spouting off a whole load of shit because they needed the money. So I picked up a pack of tarots myself and decided to start working with it. Started the channel. Used to be makeup, as you know, became tarot channel in 2014, September. From there it's just grown and grown and grown and grown. So most of you guys might be feeling betrayed. You might still be feeling really, really hurt by a situation with the Ten of Swords. Some of you, the worst may be over. I'm in that category of the worst being over with the Ten of Swords. Because I've learned to forgive. When you learn to forgive and you learn to forget, sometimes you don't forget, but forgiveness is the most important thing. So when you learn to forgive a situation, your Ten of Swords means that the worst is over. Yes, you have been beaten down. But on this card shows a yellow sunset. So after every sunrise, there is a sunset basically. And it shows that you will get up again in triumph. Now, for some of you guys who are still feeling hurt, the star card shows that it could be because of a naked lady. Maybe there was somebody else that caught your lover's eye. It could be that your lover is far away from you because the star is the furthest star in the sky. You'll never reach it. For some of you guys, it could be because you've reached a point of clarity and it's made you cry. It's made you feel overwhelmed. It's made you cry buckets of tears, as in the water, from the buckets, from the jugs. And for some of you guys, you could be crying because you're healing. And the tears are still there. For some of you guys who fall in the category where the worst is over, well, the star card means that you're healing. It means that you're starting to feel more positive. You're starting to feel better about the future. You've reached a point now of clarity and you're starting to feel really good. I asked the question, how do most of my viewers get over heartbreak? Well, King of Cups fell out. And the King of Cups says when you reach that level of emotional security, emotional stability, emotional awareness, most of all, which simply means that you look at the situation from a very level-headed point of view and you're able to assess it and look at the pros and cons of it. It shows that you will be able to weather the storm. The King of Cups weathers a storm. He might still be feeling some sadness because the waves are still rocky, but he's coping with it, he's dealing with it, and therefore he's free to love again because he's an open guy as well as a closed off one. And as a result of the King of Cups energy and how you overcome the heartbreak of a relationship is justice. That's your outcome card. Because then it means that you start to put things into order. Things start to rebalance themselves again. And when you receive justice, it means that you can start again. Because it means that you have completion. You have closure. Justice is a closure card. So you've got closure on the situation. Guys, all I want to say is keep the faith. If you've been heartbroken, if somebody's let you down, if somebody's really made you feel terrible about your life, terrible about yourself, if somebody has robbed you of your confidence, if somebody's walked out on you, if you've walked out on someone, if it's been a mutual decision to part, just know that we have many soulmates in life. There doesn't have to be one soulmate, there can be many, and sometimes you'll meet a soulmate and you'll think this is the one because we have an amazing connection, this emotional connection, it's a spiritual connection. But it doesn't mean that you're going to be with them. It just means sometimes that person shows up in your life in order to propel you onto doing something else, or in order to propel you onto facing your shit and making you recognise that there are certain things within your life and yourself that maybe you need to deal with. There are demons within your life that you need to deal with in order to move on, in order to find that soulmate where you're actually going to have a long, lasting and happy bond. I'd like to say thank you so much for watching this video. I would have liked to have made it longer, but I speak too much anyway. But yeah, just keep the faith, guys, honestly. Just keep the faith. Things are going to be okay, all right? For some of you guys, you'll still be going through it and you'll still be wondering. Most of my readings, a lot of people come to me and they say, you know what, is somebody going to come back to me? And sometimes the cards show yes. Sometimes they show a reunion is on the cards. And sometimes the cards will show no. And usually when the cards show no, it means that you have a lot of work to do on yourself. And that can be the hardest thing for a client to face. That somebody isn't coming back and the person doesn't come back because they were never meant for you in the first place. And because your true partner or your true love is out there somewhere else. Thank you so much for using Carol's Universe, and I will speak to you guys on your life spread reading next. Take care.